Namaste, hello, namaskara. I watched Pushpa 2. Okay, I didn't watch the Telugu version, Tamil version, or a Hindi version. I watched the Kannada version. So I don't know what are the nuances different in other languages, but I watched the Kannada version. I think there'll not be much difference. So either way, how I'm feeling after watching Pushpa 2. There was an interview I saw of Rashmika where she said, Allu Arjun, when a man wears a saree and can pull off what Allu Arjun does, that's what masculinity is for me. I never understood what she meant by that. But then after the feeling, I completely agree with her. He has carried the saree so beautifully. When seeing the posture, I was like not sure. I kind of don't like it because he has been other things. But then when you see the movie, you have no complaints. You're just awestruck by his performance. I'm not a great fan of Allu Arjun, nor I was a great fan of Pushpa 1. But then Pushpa 2 has changed the definition of Allu Arjun for me. He has done so well. And then I would say even Rashmika Mandana or the Srivalli has supporting role in Pushpa 2 as well. It's good. I mean, she does good. I'm not going to dwell into the story much to all the intricate details. It's too complicated to tell all those things. If you have seen Pushpa 1, I think Pushpa 2 is a continuation and it has upscaled Allu Arjun stardom. Like how I felt KGF 2 was all about Yash glorification. It was like as though director was love with the Rocky character and it was just glorification. Here also Pushpa 2, it's just the glorification of Pushpa Raj. It's a one man story. I think you remove anyone from the story, it's all about Allu Arjun. So starting first of the movie, you're like, okay, he's hyped, You're like, okay, typical Telugu movies. Okay, and then there is a twist where he has to tell sorry. As then you all know, Pushparaj cannot tell sorry. But then he actually tells sorry. He listens to his wife. And then you're like shocked. But then there's a twist. And the twist is where I was hooked. Second half is I don't know, man, what else. So good. And then you feel so good that even though he's all like, oh, I'm the hero and all, he listens to his wife, he listens to Rashmika, and he loves her so dearly. I mean, which girl would not want that? And then there's a scene where when the fight sequence is actually praying, he gets to know Rashmika is pregnant and he dons a saree. Because if he dons a saree and does some puja to Ganga Matai, you'll be blessed with whatever wishes he has. So he asks, you have everything, no, Swami. What are you asking? And he's like, I don't want to have a son. I want to have a daughter. Because like, if I have a son, I can't pass my surname. I think this is the plot of the Pushpa 1, I think you'll know. So he's like, I want a daughter. And then that Angaro song comes and he's in sari. Fantastic, man. And many things happen, and in the climax, he has his hands tied, he has his legs tied, and his niece is being kidnapped, or they're trying to take advantage of her. That was the whole point, to get him to the point. And then he has his hands tied, he has his legs tied. There's a whole climax on that scene. That's the whole climax. And then he fights or he jumps. There'll be many people who are trying to take advantage of him. There are all a bunch of people who want to take revenge on him. He goes and bites on the neck. I was like awestruck or shocked. I was like, what's happening? I had my hands at my mouth covered. I'm like, oh. And then he jumps. I don't know, for 2-3 minutes he's fighting everyone with only his mouth jumping and all. I'm like, director Sukumar, I don't know, man, imagination, how well or And never did I feel that's not possible. I just felt it was so brilliantly executed that I could actually believe. I don't feel none of the stunts are like it's not possible. I think even if you put your mind to it, you can also do it. So good. And then he does all those things. How do I tell? Climax was ultimate. And he's in a saree in the climax when he fights all those scenes. And any scene where he protects the girl is good. And the climax scene, hats off, hats. I mean, to director and Allu Arjun for executing it so beautifully. I'm not a fan of Pushpa 1. Pushpa 2, as a story also, I'm really not a big fan. But these two scenes at the climax where he's wearing saree and donning things, how do I tell? So brilliant, so good. And then it just changed the movie dynamics for me. Same happened with RRR. I was like, okay, it's a brilliant. Why was there so much of hype about this? But then at the end, you see the climax where he comes as Ram in that orange, and then Beam song comes. It just changed the movie for me. And here, I don't know, maybe Allu Arjun has one more national award for Pushpa too. So brilliant movie. And if you want to just get the feel of a Telugu movie with a bit of Bollywood touch, all that old films where the hero is the top and all those things, this is a must watch. It's a banger. Do give it a try. It's on Netflix. I watched on Netflix. I don't support this kind of movie, so I don't like to watch. But then seeing Allu Arjun doing and everything, man, I'm a fan. Okay. And then it's a happy ending as well. He actually gets a surname from like his brother approves, and there's a climax scene where he's seen sobbing with when he sleeps on his mother and Rashmika at the side. Like, man, it's you actually feel for him. And then at the climax also he goes and attends his niece's wedding, who's like, no, I'll not come until my chikappa comes. And then they're like, okay. And then I think Pushpa is going to become a franchise, and producers are going to make a huge amount of money, because like Animal, here also we see the glimpse of Pushpa 3 coming, and there's an announcement Pushpa 3. So yeah, it's going to be a franchise. I was curious what more they can elevate of this Pushpa character. So excited. Let me see. Will I watch in theaters? I might actually think about that after watching Pushpa 2. Okay then. Bye. Namaste. Pushpa, 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 Raj.